Good morning, guys. So I took care of all of the morning essentials. I weighed myself, I put my numbers in my spreadsheet, I put my macros in my spreadsheet, and of course, I did a lot of flexing in front of the mirror. That's not part of my morning routine at all, but I did it for you guys. I want you to see where my physique is at. This is a full day of eating, so I probably should start things off by telling you guys where my macros are at currently, especially because in the middle of this week, just a couple of days ago, I ended up making a macro adjustment. So my macros right now, 225 grams of carbs, 240 grams of protein, and 45 grams of fat. That works out to be about 2,300 calories. And like I said, I just made that adjustment a couple of days ago. I was hitting 250 grams of carbs. I dropped the carbs 25 grams. So my plan right now is actually to probably make a lot of carb decreases the next several weeks. Fat's probably not gonna make any more decreases there because fats are pretty low. 45 grams is definitely low for me. So I wanna keep the fats where they are for now, and it just makes sense to decrease the carbs from here. We probably should make breakfast because it is a full day of eating, but I just wanna let you guys know kind of where things are at, what my plan is, and yeah. So breakfast, probably gonna be a protein shake. It's back. The last full day of eating, I was like, I'm not making the protein shake anymore. Well, it's just so delicious. I just made a few adjustments to make it work better for my macros now. Protein shake is back. Shake making is off to a rough start, guys. Isopure sponsors me, and they send me this big tub of protein in this like baggie. I went to go shake the baggie because you know you should always shake your tub of protein because the protein settles, so you want to make sure that you're getting the right amount of protein in your scoop. I grabbed the bag, I shook the bag, and my finger went through the bag, and now protein powder everywhere. Protein disaster is still occurring in the kitchen, but the last time I made this protein shake, somebody asked me in the comments, what's in it? What are the exact measurements? So it's 30 grams, 1 scoop of Isopure chocolate protein powder, 1.5 cups of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, 2.5 servings, which is like 13 grams of unsweetened cocoa, great for caffeine, that little extra boost, half a banana, so like 50 grams of a banana actually, so maybe a little less than half, 6 tablespoons of Walden Farms calorie-free chocolate syrup, another little bit of a boost because cocoa has caffeine. Not using this today, but on a training day, it definitely goes in my shake, and I usually have like 3 or 4 grams of it per shake. This stuff is loaded with caffeine, guys, this instant coffee, and it's so good in shakes, it's so good with baking. Instant coffee by itself, just all right. But if you're baking with it, really, really good. But as far as the macros go on the shake, it's 28 grams of protein, 21 grams of carbs, 10 of which is fiber, and 6 grams of fat, which makes it way more manageable because before I drink 2 of these and I'd be at 20 grams of fat. Now I can drink 2 of them and I'm at 12 grams of fat. That 8 grams of fat is a huge difference when you only eat 45 grams of fat a day. The one thing you have to know about making 2 giant shakes, if you do make 2 giant shakes, which I don't know if I recommend, my belly is huge right now. You will end up covering yourself in a blankie because you're gonna be frozen. I am so cold. There's no way you can drink 2 big shakes like that and not end up cold. As you guys can see, cleaned up that protein disaster that was over here, and I started to get together some work essentials for lunch today. I'm making a pseudo Big Mac salad. Now typically a Big Mac, it has ground beef. My fats are pretty low right now, so instead of the ground beef, I'm going with 99% lean ground turkey in my salad. The focusing is just terrible, but there's 99% lean ground turkey in here. Of course, there aren't jalapeno slices in a Big Mac. I don't think there are, but in my salad, there is because it just adds like a spicy component that's absolutely delicious to the salad. We don't have any of this stuff at the restaurant, that's why I'm bringing it. So we don't have hamburger dill slices, but obviously if you're making a Big Mac or a Big Mac salad, you need dill slices. And I'm making my own Thousand Island or Big Mac dressing, just Miracle Whip, light Miracle Whip, guys, and this stuff is awesome to put on your salad. Macros in it, 1.5 fat, 2 carbs, 0 protein, that's for 1 serving. It's pretty much, for me, it tastes like mayonnaise. So I really love this stuff. And then I'm gonna be mixing it with the Heinz reduced sugar ketchup. It's like 6 servings, 80 grams of Heinz reduced sugar ketchup, 45 grams of Miracle Whip, and you have yourself Big Mac dressing. It's unreal. And one thing I want to tell you guys about are these Crystal Light Squirter Water Enhancer bottle things. Now, the packets have calories, like a couple grams of carbs per serving. This is seriously, truly 0 calories, 0 carbs, and it makes water taste so much better. In this was over 72 ounces. It was over that line of blackberry lemonade, Crystal Light, and it is absolutely delicious. I've had the pink lemonade and the blackberry lemonade, and both have been really, really good. So pick those up. You can find them at the grocery store. Check it out, guys. The pseudo Big Mac salad, because I had to use ground turkey, like I said earlier. I don't have a ton of fat to play with, so I couldn't use the ground beef. If you use ground beef in this salad, it will taste just like a Big Mac. It's amazing. And look at the volume. This is like a dieter's dream come true. This is like a gallon of water. This is your salad. It's like a half a gallon of salad. I finished the salad and I'm still hungry, guys. I have like an insatiable appetite. So I'm just hanging out in the office, just eating some food, watching Rob Lipsett's 20,000 calorie challenge. I'm gonna go back in the kitchen, make another salad. I'll check back with you guys in a bit. All right, guys, salad number 2 is made. I figured out my total macros right now. I'm at 131 protein, 132 carb, and 32 fat. The only difference between this salad and the last salad, no olives in here, a little bit less onions, a little bit less tomato, and less Miracle Whip, because I don't have a lot of fat left. I've got 13 grams of fat, 90 grams of carbs to play with, and like 110 grams of protein. So I think I'm gonna be making some type of a protein pancake when I get home, probably a pumpkin protein pancake. So I just got home from work, guys, and I was craving something sweet, so I just started making cinnamon pita chips when I got back. And I've got a little bit of a PB2 dipping sauce here. Check these pita chips out. These pita chips are unreal, guys. The big test for a good pita chip is the crunch factor, guys. Check this out. Wow, these are so freaking good. Need I say more? All I did, I cut one of these Joseph's wraps in half. If you've never used these before, these are the best wraps you can possibly buy at the store. I get these at Walmart. I've used these in other vlogs before. If you haven't seen these macros, it's for half of the wrap. So each one of these, and these are huge, guys. Look at my hand. It's like twice the size of my hand. Each one of these is 3 grams of fat, 16 carbs, 12 grams of protein. That is a ton of volume for a wrap for those numbers. I cut it in half, then I get a paper towel. I put half the wrap on the paper towel. I spray it with a little bit of coconut oil, and then it goes in the microwave for like 1 to 2 minutes. I keep an eye on it. What's great about that is that you don't have to bake it in the oven. You bake it in the oven, you have to wait for the oven to heat up. Then you can always burn these in the oven because they're super sensitive. You put them in the microwave though, you can watch the wrap in the microwave. You know that you're not gonna burn it, and you can make them perfectly crunchy, perfectly exactly how you want them, and they only take a couple of minutes. So how can you beat that? I was still hungry after I made my cinnamon pita chips, so I decided to make some egg beaters. I made 350 grams of egg beaters, and you know if I'm making eggs, of course, I'm putting Tony Chichers, as I like to call it, on my eggs. As far as my macros so far, for the day, guys, 202 grams of protein, 177 grams of carbs, 41 grams of fat. So my last meal of the day, guys, is pumpkin pancakes. I had 2 pancakes, but I already ate one. They are really, really delicious. All they are, 250 grams of liquid egg whites, 80 grams of pure pumpkin, 40 grams of some oats, 1.5 servings of vanilla pudding mix. The reason why, not just for added sweetness for your pumpkins, but obviously there's a lot of liquid egg whites in here, and if you don't add the pudding mix, it won't be thick enough. This adds thickness to your batter and actually makes it a batter. So 12 grams of pudding mix, and then pro tip, guys, add your pancake syrup, in my case, Walden Farms calorie-free pancake syrup, to the batter itself. I put it in my blender and I blended everything up until it was thick and batter-like. And yeah, it's just way better if you add the pancake syrup into the batter. So I don't even use syrup on the pancake itself. I'm probably just gonna eat this with my hand. And super delicious. Really, really love these pancakes. Macros for the end of the day, excuse the cracked screen. It's still not fixed from when I dropped it out of my gym pocket 3 vlogs ago. 233 grams of protein, 220 grams of carbs, and 45 grams of fat. So yeah, pretty close to the macros today, guys. Alyssa is finally home. I'm gonna spend some time with her. I hope you enjoyed today's full day of eating. If you did, give the video a like. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.